Hey guys, before we get to today's video, for more heating and air and plumbing tips, click that subscribe button. Thank you. Hey guys, Josh with Griffin Air, serving the Middle Peninsula and the northern neck of Virginia. And I wanted to do a video on the Goodman product line. I got a Goodman heat pump here and wanted to go through some good and the bad and all the in between, and what I think that you should consider if you're looking at Goodman as the choice for your next heating and air system. And so Goodman's been around for a little while now. Just a quick history on them. Goodman used to actually be a company called Janitrol before Mr. Goodman, the guy that actually started Goodman, got into the manufacturing industry, and he bought them out and moved them to Houston. And today they're actually owned by Daikin, which is the largest manufacturer market share wise in the United States and in the world. And so why does that matter? I think ultimately it says something about the longevity. You know, you're not gonna make it that far unless you're doing at least something right. So a couple things with Goodman, and I think Goodman would even say this about themselves, and that is they are, I would call, more of the Ford or Chevrolet of the industry versus, say, they're not a Mercedes, like some of the other brands try to be. They try to pride themselves on not having any bells and whistles or any of the extras. I don't even think they make an inverter system yet. I could be wrong on that, but I think as the making of this video, they're starting to get into some communicating technology, but they don't even have a true inverter system yet. They do have variable speed air handlers and all that good stuff. And what they've tried to do is become the company that is more about reliability and less about the bells and whistles, So they don't have a lot of the other, fancy things that some of the other manufacturers have, but what they do have is a good warranty and good equipment. So that's kind of the good stuff, I guess. Now let's talk about the bad, because they have gotten a little bit of a reputation, if you're not aware, in the industry, and I think, there's a reason for that. And I think ultimately it boils down to who installs it. And I'm sure everybody says they're great. Oh yeah, we do the job, top notch. And what we find on almost a daily basis is, somebody went with the quote unquote cheap guy, and then they wish they didn't. So, we've put in a bunch of Goodmans, and when we put them in, we don't hear back from customers in a good way. But at the same time, we've gone behind other companies that have installed a Goodman and had tons of issues because of the installation. So why does that give Goodman a bad name? Well, unlike some of the other brands, Goodman has made their brand very accessible. They don't restrict who can install their equipment. Now, they may say they do, but they don't. The proof is in the pudding. We've got suppliers that you could be any Tom, Dick, or Harry that come off the street and they'll sell you a Goodman system. They won't sell you a lot of the other brands, but they will still sell you a Goodman. And so that's part of it, I think. I think the reason they've gotten the reputation that they have is, we've installed them. I think they're a great brand if they're installed properly. They're more of what I would call a builder grade, competing with some of those other brands that are all about, making a system at bottom dollar cost. But because of the accessibility, being able to buy them online, being able to go to a supplier and buy them, that's really hurt their reputation, in my opinion. So what does this matter to you? Well, I would say this: if you're considering Goodman for your next home installation, I would say you need to do your homework on who's going to install it. And don't have some stand in a van, that's what we call them, just folks that they're not a licensed and insured heating and air company that's going to do it right. At Griffin Air, I've got guys that have been doing this their entire adult life. This is not something they do on the side for beer money. This is something that they've hung their hat on. They've made a career of it, and it's something that you can be sure of, if we install your system, it's going to be right and you're not going to have any issues. So I can say that confidently because we've done it time after time. So if you're in our coverage area, you're in Griffin Air's coverage area here in the Middle Peninsula or the Northern Neck, give us a call. We'll give you a free estimate. We'll give you a good warranty, better than anybody else's that I've found. And we'll give you a free estimate on your next system replacement or installation. If you're not in our coverage area, feel free to comment on this video, subscribe. I'm gonna do more videos just like this one. And then finally, if you are looking for the behind the scenes secrets, tips and tricks that contractors and heating and air manufacturers don't even want you to know about, you got to check out my new website. It's called newhvacguide.com, and I'll put a link to that in this video. So click that subscribe button, check out our website, and you know, before you spend thousands, you got to go through our guide. We're going to give you the ins and outs of it. You know, we're going to give you some of the no-nos. We even have a whole page called no-nos that we're going to tell you what to avoid, things to stay away from. And then of course we have the guide. It's a step-by-step process on buying your heating and air system. Just like a CPA would help you with your taxes, we're going to help you with buying one of the biggest purchases aside from your home or car. Buying your heating and air system is one of the biggest purchases you'll make. And we're going to guide you through that. So check out our website, newhvacguide.com, and thank you.